Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Governor Whitmer and Dr. Khaldun, for having me here to join you today. I greatly appreciate the leadership you both have demonstrated throughout this health crisis and your commitment to ensuring we protect the health and safety of Michiganders while also protecting their ability to vote. Democracy is essential, and in times of crisis, the ability to ensure that our citizens are able to hold their elected officials accountable and weigh in on issues critical to their local communities is all the more important. In Michigan, we have the tools to carry out elections that are secure, accurate, and safe to participate in. Tomorrow, roughly 50 local communities will hold the first elections in our state since coronavirus was reported here. Shortly after the first case emerged in mid-March, and after my team spoke with clerks from both sides of the aisle, I worked with Governor Whitmer and legislative leaders on the executive order that required these local communities to conduct these elections primarily by mail. My office first gave each local community the choice and ability to withdraw or postpone items on their ballot until a later election, recognizing that for some this could be done with ease, but for others this would cause significant financial hardship. Either way, the choice was theirs to make. About half of the communities chose to postpone their elections, and others informed us that, among other things, local schools would not have the funds to operate this fall if a summer millage was not voted on this May. Since then, my team and I have been in near constant contact with local clerks to ensure that we have been supporting each of their specific needs. We mailed all registered voters living in a jurisdiction with a local election, just over 740,000 voters, applications to request their ballot to be mailed to them directly, with instructions on how to receive and return that ballot by mail. We covered all postage, and recognizing the unique needs of many voters, including our disabled citizens, we also required that one location in each jurisdiction be open tomorrow on Election Day to provide citizens a limited opportunity to, if needed, register to vote, request their ballot, and return it in person. We have provided detailed guidance to our local clerks to ensure social distancing practices are in place in that in-person voting location, and we've also provided masks, gloves, hand sanitizers, wipes, and other personal protective equipment for election workers to utilize. Whether processing and counting ballots that have come in via the mail or managing a limited in-person option, we also know that it takes people to carry out any election. So we recruited more than 1,800 Michiganders throughout the state to assist clerks and ensure that anyone who did not feel comfortable working for any reason was not required to do so. Already, we have seen signs of success. Voter turnout in this election is at 20% right now and will ultimately be more than twice the average turnout for our May local elections, which is typically around 12%. More than 140,000 citizens have returned their ballots by mail, demonstrating that even in times of great uncertainty, people want to vote and they want to weigh in on important local issues. That's all the more reason why we must work together across the state to ensure that for these voters and for every voter, democracy marches on. Voters should take assurance in this. With 2 statewide elections on the horizon, this August and November, we have shown that we can protect your health and your right to vote. We must and will continue to do this throughout this year, and unfortunately, we do this while seeing that some will still use false information to discredit our elections. Coming from a place of fear, of partisanship, or foreign interest, they will attack the safety, sanctity, and security of our system. As Michiganders and as Americans, we cannot let them carry the day. Facts must prevail over fear. And at this time of uncertainty, our commitment to democracy must not waver. We must and we can preserve the integrity of our elections by holding them, and doing so in ways that are safe for all involved. Before I close, I want to share some specific instructions for tomorrow. In each jurisdiction with an election, there will be at least one voting location open. Visit michigan.gov/vote to get contact information for your local clerk, who can apprise you of the address and hours for that location. For voters who do live in a community with an election tomorrow and who choose to request or return their ballot in person, please plan to wear a mask, practice social distancing at all times, and clean your hands after voting. This will keep you and our election workers safe while also ensuring you get to vote and that our democracy stays strong. I'll close now. Thank you again, Governor Whitmer, for your remarkable leadership throughout this crisis and for your commitment to our democracy.